All right, this is a short tutorial on how to do maximum points on your calculator as well as intersection points. So if you look at y equals, so if you go into your y equals, this is our profit function. You only need one function. So when we're doing intersections, that's when you do expense and revenue. But when you are doing maximum profit, we want to use the profit function. Okay, and for us, typically it has been a quadratic equation. It will not always be like that, but for us, because we've had a revenue function that is quadratic and a linear, then we have a resulting quadratic. So if we go ahead and we go into our y equals, you can go ahead and practice and type in this equation. Otherwise, you can just follow along, okay, and listen. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to graph. Now it looks like I have a perfect graph already. So once again, and this will happen to you guys a lot, I'm going to go to Zoom 6. Okay, I know it seems tedious to go back to this screen, even though we know it's not going to fit our graph. The reason we do that is to reset it. Sometimes your Zoom fit will kind of retroact based off of your last fit screen. So now that I'm in Zoom Standard, so I'm starting fresh, it's going to, if I hit Zoom Fit, which is Zoom 0, the graph will fit my graph, okay, based on that negative 10 to 10 scale that I started with. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. Okay, so I can't see the top of my graph. Right now, that's all I'm concerned about. So if I go to my window, I need to move over and I need to move up. So to move over, I'm going to go to my X max. Let's try 100. Okay, I can always go down. I usually try to go up by hundreds or go by 50s. You notice here I'm much higher. So this is 47,000. I'm going to go to 50,000 because I don't know how much higher I'm going to need to go. Make sure you don't add an extra zero because then it will throw off your graph. Go ahead and hit graph. All I'm concerned about is that I see the top of my graph. So now it's awesome. I can see where it crosses the x-axis. So that would be where so at these spots right here, this spot to the left and this spot to the right would be where my roots are. Remember, roots are x-intercepts. They're where they cross that x-axis. So now I got to keep going. So I need to go to my window. If you notice, go back to my graph really quickly. My maximum is not below the x-axis. So because it's not below the x-axis, I don't really need any y min. Because otherwise it's going to try to squeeze all those numbers and it's going to be hard to see. So I'm going to change that to 0. This one's 50,000. I'm going to try to go up to 100,000. Okay, once again, it's a lot easier on your calculator as opposed to my computer calculator. Okay, not good enough. So now, if you notice, I feel like I still have to go extremely high. Okay, so I'm going to skip up. 100,000 is way too low. I'm going to go to 500,000. I'm just spitballing a number. Oh, and good. I have my graph. Okay, so it's all guess and check. So now that we've done that hard part, we just have to find this point right here. So let's go ahead. Second, trace, which is your calculate. Go down to maximum. We're not going to calculate minimum profit because typically people don't set a goal for minimum profit. So hit enter. And now we got to find our blinker. Okay, with maximum, it says left bound and right bound. So as we go to the left, so we have to make sure we're to the left of that maximum point. Okay, yours will be going much faster. You can hold it on, hold your point down. Okay, so now I know that I'm to the left of this maximum point. So I'm going to hit enter. Okay, now I'm going to go to the right. Okay, make sure I'm not on the maximum point. I have to be completely to the right. Okay, I know I'm to the right of it now. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter. For guess, just enter one more time. and it should jump to your intersection. So what this means is you have the whole point together, so this point xy is 33.5, comma, our 323,125. Whereas x represents the price, because the x here, or lowercase p in our problems, okay, is the price, and our y value, the capital P, is profit. So at a price of $33.50, we will make a profit of 323,125.